Welcome to One Up Me for episode 41. We're going to be talking about Aquaman. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to One Up Me, episode 41. Dang. I don't know. I want to do something different on that. I just don't know what yet. Okay. I'm gonna just. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to One Up Me, episode 41. My name is Ryan Smith, and I am joined, as always, by my co-host Jordan Sims.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Pretty good. I think I got like a hangnail or something. I need to cut my fingernails.
Okay. Well, just cut them up while we're doing the podcast. You're sitting in one
you
spot.
Want to hear that?
Yeah, just a little.
That's not gonna. That won't sound weird or gross.
I mean, that might trigger someone, but
probably.
I'm doing well. I'm glad you're doing well. You've been like sickly, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. I feel better now, but I don't know. Like all through the night, I just was like waking up and feeling bad, and then I woke up this morning and I had a headache, but I took some Tylenol, and I don't know. I'm feeling better, so I'm hoping it was just. I don't know. Maybe I was just cold because it's winter. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I'm feeling better.
Just drink more water. That's what I always say.
Drink more water. That's always a good thing. Always drink more water.
That's right.
Healthy.
Yeah.
You always got to keep up your hydration levels.
That's also true. I'm drinking some Diet Grape-A-Co right now. So.
What is that? Grape-A-Co?
Yeah, Grape-A-Co. It's like a grape soda that's been around for like 100 years. Yeah, I just found out about it like probably a couple months ago. And
Grape.
Yeah, you've never heard of Grape-A-Co? I love it.
You just said you only heard about it a couple months ago.
But apparently it's been around for 100 years.
It says here, Grape-A-Co. Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Introduced in 1916.
So, I saw it at the checkout place at Walmart. And this person's like, you never heard of Grape-A-Co? It's real good. And I'm like, fine, I'll try one. And now I'm like, man, this is really good. So I've been getting the diet ones because it's 0 sugar and 0 calories. Because the original one has it feels like 100 milligrams of sugar. So, I'm just trying to be kind of healthy when I drink soda, which is every once in a while. But enough about soda and health stuffs. Let's get into what we've been playing.
So, okay. What you been playing?
Smash, which is surprisingly Smash. I've been playing Smash, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on my Nintendo Switch. It's been an enjoyable experience. I still haven't taken it out in the wild and played Smash. Met a random bystander and be like, "You and me are gonna smash right now." But now that I say that out loud,
don't say that.
Yeah, now that I say it out loud, it sounds like very bad. So, yeah, don't go outside and tell strangers that. But I had pretty.
Do you know about? This is kind of on the same topic. You know Chris Waters, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. Apparently, one time he was having beef with somebody, and instead of going outside and saying, "Hey, you want to let's go outside and squash this beef," he accidentally said, "You want to go outside and beat some meat."
I remember that story. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot who told me that. But yeah, I've heard that story before, and that
Maybe we should cut that out.
No, I want to leave it in. It's so funny. Okay, but no, I have been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's been a pretty good experience. I've been trying out some different characters, and I learned horribly that Wii Fit Trainer cannot hold his or her own against King K. Rool. That man, dinosaur, lizard, crocodile, alligator thing, just breaks their back like Bane.
You've been playing Wii Fit Trainer?
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know who I was gonna play against online. It's not like
giving up on Incineroar.
Oh no, I just wanted to try out some Wii Fit Trainer. I still like Incineroar a lot. So
get below the stadium and you automatically die.
Oh yeah,
if you get below the platform.
Yeah, if you get below the line, like where the end of the stadium is, you can't get back with Incineroar. There's no way. Like I've watched videos on it, and people are like, "Yeah, if you get below this point, you're done. Like you can't get back." Because even his jump is only it feels like half a centimeter high. But
it's not very good. It's not. His recovery is very bad.
So Ryan told me about Call of Duty Blops that's free on, I think for like a couple more days or something on PC.
It's free until Thursday.
Okay, yeah. So
on
it's,
PC.
So it's free until Thursday on PC. Let me turn up my volume real quick. That's down. Okay, there we go. It's up now. Okay, that sounds better. So, I finished watching The Punisher Season 2, and so in turn, I thought somehow that gave me powers of being better with a digital gun than I normally would be. I was horribly mistaken. But I will say that, man, playing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is much more enjoyable with a with a keyboard and mouse than it is a controller. So I might be buying this for the PC because it was a lot of fun playing with it. Just felt way better than playing with a controller. I got 35th, and I was like, well, the Punisher didn't give me any powers, so that sucks. But the second season was really good, in my opinion. So
I didn't even know it was out until my brother told me like a day or two ago.
yeah, it came out on the It came out on the 18th, I think. So
Okay.
but yeah,
Oh, so it's only been out a few days.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
it's only
I haven't watched. I think the last like Marvel Netflix thing I watched was The Punisher season 1.
Okay, yeah. It's honestly, I think if you've never seen the first season, you could honestly go into the second season, and it reminds you and tells you of things perfectly. So I feel that you really don't need to watch the first season to watch the second season. But that's just my personal opinion.
Good though. I think you should.
Well, yes, I do think you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying if someone wanted to just go into the second season for some outlandish reason, they could. But I also didn't pick up. I started playing DBZ Fighters again. Got bodied, like, real bad.
Do you have any like particular team of fighters that you like?
Yeah, so I play Android 18, Frieza, and who else did I have on my team? What's their name?
I don't know.
I can't. Who is it? I guess it's like someone that's not important because Android 18 and Frieza are my favorite characters. So I guess I just throw somebody else in the third slot. I think I had Kid Buu in there for a while. So yeah, getting bodied on there. I was like, okay, I got this, and I was like, no, I don't. This is getting juggled in a fighting game is not fun. But I have been thinking about getting Mortal Kombat 11 and also Jump Force. So two more fighting games. So 2 more fighting games.
I might get Jump Force. I doubt I'll get Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat just looks really good. But I probably will get Jump Force, but
It looks very graphic, I'll say that.
Oh, speaking of Jump Force, I tried getting into the beta. I came home. I was like, okay, cool. I worked that morning. I came home. I converted their time into my time so I could take place in the beta. And it turns out they rescheduled the last 2 betas. And it was just like, thanks a lot for telling us. We appreciate it. What is it? The UK Bandai Namco Twitter tweeted it, but not the America one. So, yeah, that was kind of annoying to a lot of people where it's like, I want to play this game, and we worked around our schedule so we could play your beta, but the last 2 betas aren't available, so that is suckish. But, yeah, I digress. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just play the game when it comes out in February. But the last game I've been playing is Overwatch, and I kind of took a break from it just because I'm kind of bored. I'm probably going to pick it up again when the Lunar Pig event, whatever it's called, is coming back out, just so I can get some of those skins because they look pretty neato. But what you been playing?
I've also been playing some Smash. Really, I've been playing a lot of Splatoon or Inkling, not Splatoon. Although I would like to play Splatoon. But yeah, that character is really interesting. I feel like Inkling is one of the harder characters in the game, but really fun. Wish Corrin was better because I really like playing as her.
I like her combos. She's cool.
Yeah, she doesn't do enough damage, I don't think.
That's right. That's how
you
I feel
just
about
can't.
Wii Fit Trainer, man. Like, I want to go and embody somebody as Wii Fit Trainer, but
What made you want to fight as Wii Fit Trainer anyway?
I don't know. I just like her moves, and her mobility is fun. I like that she can recover herself. She does like this. I don't know like actual like button combination to do this move. I just know how to do it. It's like she does this like yoga pose where she like puts her arms in front of her head and then puts it down. You have to hit the circle at a certain point and it heals yourself a little bit. So that's kind of cool.
That is interesting.
I just like how she plays mechanically, and she gets to hit a soccer ball at people, which is kind of funny. So
wait, seriously?
yeah, or a volleyball. It's one of those two. You know that spike move where she just throws the soccer ball at people?
No, I don't remember that. I mean, I guess not that many people play Wii Fit Trainer.
I guess that's true. But yeah, I just think it's an enjoyable character to play. Along with I like playing the different characters like Pac-Man and Game & Watch. Wii Fit Trainer.
Yeah,
different stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I like Game & Watch. Not Game & Watch. I like Inkling. Like I said,
Yeah.
I like King K. Rool. I like some of the Fire Emblem characters. I like Lucina a lot. Marth. They're very similar, so I guess that makes sense.
They're pretty much the same character.
I picked up Yoshi the other day. He's pretty fun too.
Yoshi is fun to play. Or I like fighting against Yoshi just because like the noises he makes are hilarious. I don't personally like playing Yoshi because I don't like his particular mechanics. But I either want to get really good with like Pac-Man or Incineroar or Wii Fit Trainer or all three. But obviously you can't be good with all three of them just because you gotta spend your time and
you can be good with all three of them,
I guess. But I really like Pac-Man just because of his mobility. It's really But man,
definitely has a very interesting play style.
He does.
Definitely not annoying at all. No.
No, it does. It is annoying. It is annoying to play. It's annoying to play against. It kind of makes you feel bad a little bit sometimes where you're like, man, like I just threw a trash can at them. Like, it's, oh well.
Yeah, you're over there throwing fruit and you're putting down a fire hydrant. He's a very weird character.
He is really weird.
For sure. Also played some Overwatch. I've been doing okay. I got to a season high. I have no idea. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. So I'm gonna probably continue. I get mad and bored at Overwatch all the time, and I'll take 2, 3 week, 4 week, 2 month break or whatever. But I always come back because I do enjoy the game. And then finally, I played and beat Uncharted 2 in the last week. Thank you. That's a good game. Definitely. Those are like if you want an Indiana Jones like action movie, Pulp Fiction, not Pulp Fiction.
Whoa.
Like, I think they call it Pulp.
Yeah.
Like a Pulp action game. It doesn't get much better than those games. They can get a little serious, but for the most part they're kind of goofy fun, and I really really enjoyed it. Big huge set pieces. So if you're looking for a game like that, I definitely recommend it. And then I'll probably pick up the third one to play it because I have the trilogy for PS4.
Okay. So
I'll probably play that within the next few months, and then finally I'll probably pick up Uncharted 4 and maybe The Lost Legacy, which is like I believe has 2 of the female characters from the games, and it's kind of like I think it's small. It's a pretty decent size like. I don't want to say it's a DLC. It's kind of like a smaller Uncharted game, I guess I would say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Nice.
I'm reading some comic books. Watching. Oh, I finished season 4 of Black Mirror.
Nice. I haven't.
Last night.
I don't think I've watched any of that yet.
Yeah, it's good. Have you seen any of Black Mirror at all?
I've seen like the first 3 seasons.
Okay. Yeah, the first few episodes of the season are actually kind of hopeful. Like they're. Like that one episode, I guess spoilers for Black Mirror.
Yeah.
When they're like people like put in the like their consciousness gets uploaded to that computer or whatever, and they can't die.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 episodes like that. Like
okay.
I would say there's more episodes like that than any other season, but man, the last few were brutal. So.
And I did watch Bandersnatch too. So.
Oh, you watched that? Yeah. Did you like that? I've heard.
I liked
mixed
it.
Things.
I watched it like 5 times.
Jeez.
Well, not 5 times, but it kept giving me different endings, so I just kept going back in the loop over and over. So it was good. But yeah, I enjoy Black Mirror.
Yeah, it's really good, really really good show. If you haven't watched that, I definitely highly recommend it.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm still working my way through Naruto and Samurai Champloo and a few other animes and stuff.
I would honestly say Samurai Champloo is way better than Naruto. But
I mean, it's a much more concise, story. It doesn't really have any fillers or anything because it's only 20 or 30 episodes.
Yeah, that's true. So,
but if that's everything we've been playing, I would say we could go ahead and move on to the topic.
yep. The 27th highest grossing film of all time.
Aquaman.
Aqualad, Gilly Guts, whatever you want to call him.
Gilly Guts? That sounds kind of... I don't know.
I was trying to think of like a more clever name for Aquaman.
Gilly Guts sounds like like a weird racist slur for Atlanteans. Look at this. Oh, look, Gilly Guts. I bet he's got gills in his guts.
Well, I guess we can just straight up just start talking about like
Yeah. As my
everything.
pop filter once again falls all over the place.
You know, we got a Patreon. If you donate to Patreon, we'll use that money to get Ryan a new pop filter.
I love how it probably costs $5. And I'm just too lazy to go on Amazon and buy another one.
Look, I'll just buy one and ship it to your house.
Oh crap! I picked up my phone to look at something and I dropped it. I guess that's what I get for looking at my phone during the podcast.
I thought you picked up your mic and you were dropping your mic.
No. Okay, so what did you think of this movie? I guess we can just kind of jump into it here.
Okay, so
I still have the Grape Co. pulled up on Wikipedia instead of... I had James Wan, and then I ended up looking Grape Co. up.
So, here's a background of me and Aquaman. I've always made fun of Aquaman. I hate Aquaman with a passion. I think he's the stupidest hero ever. Like, it's just... I've even read some of his comics. Like, I just hate him because, yeah, he talks to fish. He's like Captain D's. That's like... the easiest way to describe Aquaman. He's like Captain D's. He looks good on the commercials, but when you actually get there, it's definitely going to give you like some kind of disease.
We do have a friend that had Captain D's and then like immediately got appendicitis like the same day.
Yeah, and was hospitalized. So, I haven't eaten Captain D's probably in 20 years. But this made me not hate Aquaman as much because, you know, Jason Momoa, obviously I can't diss that man because he's incredible looking and he could like definitely break every bone in my body with one punch probably. So I respect Aquaman a little bit, you know. It's I just don't personally like him as a hero or anything like that. I could like turn this into an hour of me talking about how much I hate Aquaman.
I've never why don't you like him? You never really said that.
I honestly don't have a reason other than the fact of I think he's stupid.
I mean, is it just because he talks to fish, which he doesn't?
No, I just think he's a stupid design character. I feel that he could have been like way cooler. I find like Black Manta more interesting than Aquaman. Yeah, he like loses a hand and, you know, other stuff happens to him.
We don't talk about that.
Okay. So, you know, there's a bunch of different storylines. Like I've versed myself in Aquaman lore, but I just still don't personally care about him as a character. He's just kind of like, he's just boring to me. He's a man that's like lives in the ocean and like runs around with fishes, and
I don't think you versed yourself very well in Aquaman.
I just think I don't like him. I don't know if it's just from his lame cartoons that he used to have, where it's like...
Did you watch those? I mean, those came out like way before we were born.
Yeah, I like went back and watched them. It's like Creatures of the Deep. That? I don't know. I guess I just wanted to like Aquaman because I felt I should, but I just haven't yet. Maybe Aquaman 2 will make me like Aquaman. But I mean,
did you like this movie?
Yeah, I like this movie.
You liked the movie, you didn't like Aquaman? Or did you like Aquaman in the movie?
Yeah, so this movie made me like Aquaman. Like, I still don't like Aquaman, but I respect him as like a character now. Whereas before, I'd be like, I'm not watching this movie. But since they cast Jason Momoa, I was like, okay, this guy looks cool. He makes Aquaman seem cool. So, you know, I'm going to check out this movie. And, you know, it kind of...
Kind of what?
It kind of makes me hopeful for Aquaman now. He's definitely not my favorite hero, but, you know, I respect him, like, a little bit. So...
I mean, I like Aquaman. He's not my favorite superhero. I think that this version of Aquaman, it's not really The comic book version, he's very. And I like this movie. I'll just go ahead and say, but it's not. It doesn't seem to me like it was very similar to the comic books. I'm sure there's probably some arcs and stuff that he has been like this, but what I've read, he's always very like, I don't know, kingly, I guess, like traditionally, like. And, Jason Momoa's portrayal is very like dude bro-ish, you know?
Yeah. I got like a frat boy feel from him, you know, kind of. You know, like a frat boy that used to be in college and like, you know, he's out of college now, but he still thinks he's in college.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I guess dude bro is the easiest way to describe that, which is what I'm going to start calling people now, dude bros. So.
Yeah, you like that?
I do, yeah. We should.
I like
coin that.
I'm sure no one's ever said anything, called anybody a dude bro before.
Probably not.
You like how he took a rocket launcher to the chest and didn't do anything?
That was pretty great. That was a cool scene. Especially because like, they slowed it down. It's like, oh, man, what's going to happen? I'm like, this isn't going to do anything to him. Normal American, worldly, human, fleshy meatbag weapons aren't going to do anything to this man. His body has been, like, sculpted by the sea pressure, so he doesn't get hurt by normal weapons. Hey, technically, he's bulletproof, so, I mean, cool. But
yeah, I liked when Black Manta like tried to stab him and just didn't do anything. It's pretty good too.
That was pretty funny.
I like how they got Kevin Hart to play Black Manta.
What?
I like how they got Kevin Hart to play Black Manta.
Yeah, he did a good job in this movie.
That dude looks like Kevin Hart, man.
He does.
That joke would never get old to me.
Now I'm always gonna see Kevin Hart.
I mean, it's pretty hard not to see him in that actor.
That's true.
Did you like how dumb his dad was? This
oh my
man
gosh! Yeah.
Brought. I mean, I guess this is gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, which you probably have, since it's been out for a while.
It's been out a while.
Let's see. I'm going like here. Oh,
you were gonna say how
this man brings multiple like explosives onto a submarine.
Yeah.
He brings like grenade launchers and stuff onto a submarine.
What's wrong with you? Like,
man, he's so dumb.
That's not smart at all. Why would you do that? I get it, bringing explosives into a building. That's fine, but you're under the ocean. What's wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? It's not smart. So I'm not saying he deserved to die, but
I don't know. It's kind of. I like how. I also like how. He's like, this is how you raise your son. Shame on you.
He's like, spare me. He's like, you're at the oceans. Ask the ocean for mercy. I'm like, the ocean isn't gonna help him. It's not alive.
Yeah, that was
it's
the point.
Water. I know. But I was just like, man, this guy's gonna die.
Oh yeah, and
he did.
He did. He blew himself up.
Blew him.
Why did that just blows me away? No pun intended. How many? He just brought bombs into a submarine.
I don't know. And also, like, why did he think that blowing up the ship was gonna work? His name is Aquaman. Obviously,
he blew up the shit. You talking about at the end?
No,
like at the end of that scene.
Yeah, how he just blew up the submarine. I'm like, obviously Aquaman's gonna swim away. It's not.
He blew it up. He blew it up. He killed himself. It was so he wouldn't drown.
Oh well, I would have much rather drowned. Like
you'd rather drown than die immediately in an explosion.
Yeah, because what if it didn't go off and then you just end up drowning anyway? But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Now that we actually hashed this out, it makes sense that he was killing himself and not actually trying to kill Aquaman with the... Because that made me think he was even more of an idiot. I was like, why is he trying to kill Aquaman with an explosion? That's not going to work. He's going to swim away.
He was killing himself and forcing his son to leave him, basically.
I really
wanted him to die.
I really was hoping his son was going to stay with him and die too.
He was like the main... I like how... I've heard some people say that they... wished Black Manta had been in it more, but I'm glad that he wasn't in it too much because, I'm glad that they didn't use like the number one villain in it. Like,
yeah,
they can use him more in the future.
Exactly, and he was there enough where it was just like, it wasn't just like, oh my gosh, this is Black Manta's film. It's kind of just like you get his origin, you get a little montage of him, You know, he's like, I need a bigger helmet. And so it's just, it was cool. I liked Black Manta. It was enjoyable.
Would you like the way Black Manta, I guess we can talk about the designs and stuff, like Black Manta's look and everything?
Yeah. I feel that was the most comic book accurate thing in this film.
I thought this film was pretty comic book accurate, like at least as far as like the designs of the characters and stuff went. He just looked like they took him out of the comics.
Exactly.
He looked pretty good too.
Like the black and the glowing and the, like, I was just throughout some of the film I was like, wonder how hard it would be to build this suit. And I was like, I wonder if someone actually has tried to make one of these, because I'm sure they have.
I'm sure they have.
I'm like, but this would like suck if it exploded. Like, you would definitely die. Like, it'd be like cooking.
Why would it explode?
Well, like, if somehow they, like, pushed the lasers, if they, like, reflected the lasers back into him, you know? Like, if the lasers couldn't come out of the suit and they just, like, shot inwards and just blew up the suit from the inside, if somehow that happened. But I don't know how that would happen. But anyway, it was one of the thoughts I was having. Like, what if the suit, like, if the lasers got reflected and he just went, you know, and there's just guts all in the suit. So,
why would... Okay.
I mean, so for this being the 6th DCE movie, I mean, I definitely think it's I kind of want to say it's the best, but
Wonder Woman was better. I did like this a lot.
I honestly kind of forgot about that movie. Not because it's bad or anything, just because I forgot about it. I did enjoy Wonder Woman though. So,
but yeah, let's. What did you think about Aquaman's? Like, he finally got the super comic booky orange and green suit.
I wanted him to make a joke about it. Like, I was waiting for it, but I don't think he did.
No,
I was just
didn't. No,
I was just kind of. I wanted him to be like, "This is what I'm wearing. Like, this. Why am I wearing this?" But you know, he didn't, because that's like one thing I hate the most is his suit. But you know,
his suit's awesome, man. What you talking about?
It looks so stupid.
It looks so stupid.
So stupid. I mean, I get it. It's like orange and green. Looks like fish scales. It's cool. You know, looks like he's wearing pajamas. You know.
I mean, they all look like they're wearing pajamas.
That's true. Batman actually is wearing pajamas.
So, they wear their underwear on the outside.
That's right.
Maybe Aquaman's not as goofy when they wear their underwear on the outside.
Maybe not. I did like the sharks that had laser beams. That was cool.
Those are cool.
I've been waiting to see that in a movie for a while. You know.
Apparently, clearly Jaws isn't going to do it. Been waiting, they should have done that.
Dude, they should.
The original Jaws.
They should have, Jaws with laser beams.
just a movie called Jaws, but with laser beams.
Dude, I'd watch that in a heartbeat. Sharks with laser beams, that's all they need. That's all sharks need. Then they can take over the world is laser beams.
A few years ago, I watched, I think there's 4 Jaws movies.
Yeah, sure.
And for some reason, I watched all of them in one sitting. They was on
wow,
like Turner Classics or AMC or something. And yeah, I watched Jaws 1, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and Jaws 2, which is okay, and then Jaws 3, which is a movie. They got bad. They got really bad. Did. I don't know. I stayed up until like 3:00 in the morning. I want to say watching these movies.
Wow.
I don't know why. I was like half into the third one. I was just thought to myself, I guess I'm doing this.
That's how I feel. I don't know how I did this. I don't know where I watched it or whatever. But I watched all the Saw movies except Jigsaw in one day. That was a terrible decision. I've
never seen any of those.
I started at I think 10 a.m. and just watched them. And then I went grocery shopping after I watched them. And I was so mean to people. I was like, you want to play a game? They're like, what? I'm like, you want to play a game? Just, can you tell me where the cereal is?
Can you tell me where the cereal is?
They're like, dude, you're... and I was like mean. I was just like angry for no reason. I was like, man, these movies made me very angry. We should do an episode on those. Not all of them.
Saw?
Yeah. Why
I've
not?
never seen them, and I'm not planning on it. So.
Oh, okay. You don't like them? I really enjoy them.
I just knocked the crap out of my mic. Sorry about that. Did you like them?
Yeah, I loved them. They were awesome.
I don't like gore, so I'd rather not watch them.
Ah, okay. I forgot that about you. Yeah, never mind. We don't have to watch them. I love gore though, so that's probably why I enjoy.
You excited about Resident Evil, man? Oof.
Man,
we're getting off topic here.
We are.
What did you think? Go ahead.
Go ahead. You had a question. I was just gonna say a statement, but you can go ahead with your question.
I forgot what it was.
Okay. Well, this movie made $300 million in the domestic box office and $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. So at the top of the show, I said it was the 27th highest grossing film of all time. So to kind of give y'all perspective, what's on that list? What do you think number one is, Ryan? I know you can read it on the Google Doc, but
Avatar. I think Avatar is still number one, isn't it?
It is still number one. And
for some reason.
And number 50 is Lord of the Rings, The Twin Towers. So that's kind of gives you the range of what's in that list. There's Frozen in that list. There's a bunch of other movies. I'm obviously not going to name all of them, but I was kind of curious to what number one was, what the 50th was, and Aquaman is sitting at 27. So I mean that's pretty incredible.
That's pretty good.
Like that's pretty dang good for what it did. I really wanted Into the Spider-Verse to be in there. I haven't.
That would be cool, but yeah, no.
But
I don't think it has as much like wide appeal, I guess.
Yeah,
broad appeal.
I will say that I did see Aquaman and Spider-Verse in the same day. So.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did like a double feature because I had the day off, and so I watched Aquaman first, and then I got some lunch and came back and watched Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah, I definitely think Spider-Verse is better, but I did like this a lot.
I did, and as I watched it and as I talk about it more, it's making me realize, like I get Aquaman's story. I will say one of my favorite fight scenes of the whole entire movie was when his mom was in the house and she's just beating the crap out of those Atlantean soldiers. That looked pretty crispy. I enjoyed
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about like the main villain or anything.
No.
You want to talk about it?
Of course. So it's his like alleged half brother Orm, which made me feel like this was gonna part of me was kind of like half brother.
I will be the Ocean Master.
And I was like, you're a little prick. Like, sit down. He's obviously gonna beat you up. Like, he looks like a douche.
There are some good fight scenes between those two.
There are. And it was his half brother King Orm is trying to become the Ocean Master, which is obviously one of Aquaman's villains in the comics. So Ocean Master, he wants to rule the seven seas. So obviously in the movie and in the real world, there's 7 secret kingdoms under the ocean where people live, or fish people, whatever you want to call them, Atlanteans, ocean people, just people. So they live there, and he's like, okay, he's going to bring them all together. He wants to destroy the, what's it called, surface world? People, what do they call them? Ocean people? Land walkers? I can't remember what they
call who?
The humans. I can't remember what they call the humans.
They definitely don't call them ocean people.
That's, yeah, that's not right.
Like they just call them humans? I don't know.
Sure, yeah. So Orm wants to take over the world, or take over the land, and Aquaman's like, actually, that's not going to happen, because your betrothed wife, Mira, has brought me back to Atlantis, and they had a little tussle. What did you think about that fight?
I liked it. I thought it showed that Aquaman was strong, but Orm was the better fighter.
Yeah, definitely. It had a lot of good effects in it. It was really cool. I really did like the effects in this movie. I thought they were going to botch the whole water manipulation.
Dude, that's one thing that I really... I know James Wan commented on it. I like how they just talked. There wasn't...
that is. There's no bubbles.
I think it's Justice League that for some reason there's a big air water bubble. And he's like, James Wan, I think he just, like... If they were, if these people live underwater, they can probably talk underwater. Yeah, exactly. I really did like that too, because it, you didn't have to waste time in the film of them making a bubble, walking into the bubble, and it just sounded like they were talking, just like we're talking now, and so that was, I did like that. The special effects looked great. There was a ton of CGI in this movie, because obviously you can't make this movie without CGI. It's impossible. I mean, you could, but it would be utterly terrible.
Like,
oh yeah, I can't imagine without CGI. I mean, just go underwater and try to film this movie like actually underwater.
oh, that would be cool. Man, that'd be cool. They like have like they go to SeaWorld. Can we borrow one of your sharks? We want to put this bazooka on the side of it.
I really like the way the trench people looked.
They're probably my favorite people.
And just like the creatures in general.
Mm-hmm, yeah, they definitely look really cool because they're like in the dark and they adapted to the dark. It definitely gave me like a Bane feel. Like I was born in dark. It's like you just adapted to it, and I was like, man, these creatures look really cool. Like, man, there's a lot of cool creatures in this, and it kind of made me like think like I need to go watch like Oceans or whatever the documentary is of the oceans. Like Planet Earth, but the ocean version.
I didn't.
So.
Is there that thing?
I think there is. Yeah. So it also made me kind of like, man, like there's a lot of stuff in the ocean we don't know about. So there could be.
It makes sense that he was able to do that. That the creature design looks so cool because he is a horror director.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I was like,
that makes
man.
sense. There was one thing about this movie that I don't know if it's intentional or not, but there was a lot of like cheese.
Yeah, there was a lot of cheese.
I like how for example, like in the very beginning of the movie, there's like this really bad Harry Potter-esque scene where if you've seen Harry Potter, there's at the beginning of the movie he like talks to snakes, and he kind of does something similar to like sea life in this movie, except it's really bad and really cringy. And the doc, dude, when they were on the docks and stuff.
Yeah.
Why was that CGI? I don't understand why that was CG.
I don't know either. I was wondering that. I kept having to look at the screen like, is that CGI? And I was like,
it's really obvious.
So
like, why? I was like, could they not just go to a dock one day and just give some guy like $1,000 and be like, let's just film. We're just gonna film on this dock all day.
Yeah, I don't know. or just build a dock. Like, it's not that hard to build a dock.
Yeah.
It's just wood, So
it's just really weird to me that they did that.
One of my favorite things in the movie was the drumming octopus. I liked watching the octopus.
That was cool. It was like dum 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 dum. Like when they were that fight scene they were talking about earlier. There was like a drumming octopus. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's actually Topo, Aquaman's octopus sidekick from the 1950s and 60s. So that's when they threw it in there because in that TV show, Aquaman had a sidekick octopus. So, and it's cool to watch an octopus play musical instruments because they got all those tentacles. Because I've heard it's rude to call them arms. So
it's rude.
Apparently, that's what this marine biologist told me. So
okay,
she might be lying, but who knows? So,
who's it rude to? The octopus?
I guess, man. Apparently, they have feelings. I don't know.
I don't think they care.
So, but there was it was also kind of cool to Mira's head. Okay, this is like side thought. Mira's hair is very red.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly red. It's a wig.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was said they didn't know it was a wig.
What?
Yeah, it's definitely a wig.
It's like, do you know what they'd have to do to her hair to make it that red? Like, it's obviously she's not going to do that to her own scalp. Like, that's
I feel like it didn't look that bad. I feel like when we first saw it, it looked horrific, and I don't know what they did, but it looked better. It definitely looked better, especially when it was wet. It almost looked, looked real almost. I
feel like she was always wet in the film, except for when they were in that desert. I feel like she was always like just sopping wet with water. I guess she hadn't adapted to Earth, but I know some of the people thought the reverse of that her hair looked better in the first time we saw it, and now it's like super
really
red.
It looked atrocious. I think
it looks fine.
It looks fine now, but I almost want to look up and see if there's like a comparison.
There should be, but I just think of her like, because in the comic she has super like out of this world red hair that obviously is very hard to replicate. So it's definitely one of those things that's very hard to replicate in hair dye. I mean, obviously they can do anything they want, but I'm glad the actress didn't have to actually dye her hair with that color. So the only thing that I didn't like about this film really was that some Atlanteans were riding giant seahorses, and I feel that's a very bad choice of battle steed. Like, out of all the things you could ride in the ocean, you chose to ride a seahorse? That's a terrible choice.
They're big seahorses.
But that doesn't matter. Think about a seahorse. It's like flicking a saltine cracker. They just disintegrate. Like, there's nothing to them. What are they going to do? Like, headbutt somebody? Like, it's like trying to fight.
But normally horses don't attack people when you like ride them in a battle.
I guess that's true, but I just felt like it was just kind of like funny and flimsy to see them riding on like giant seahorses. It was just funny.
What else can we talk about?
Did you find a comparison?
Oh no, I don't see one. I mean, if I actually looked, I could probably find one, but I mean, there's one in here from like the original Justice League into Aquaman, but I don't see one from like the original reveal of Aquaman to.
So apparently
now.
on this trivia page I'm on, Orm means snake in Swedish and worm in Danish and Norwegian. So that was that's a little tidbit on Ocean Master Snake, or worm. So, and that's kind of how he is in the movie. He's kind of just like trying to weasel his way.
He is very snake-like.
He is. He's trying to weasel his way into, being Ocean Master. The interesting thing is that Aquaman's brunette and Orm's blonde, but in the comics, Aquaman is blonde and Orm is brunette. I guess they didn't want to have Jason Momoa dye his hair blonde or have to wear a wig because he has very luxurious long locks, which would be a pain to put under a wig and or to also dye.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, about how he has super blonde hair in the comics.
Yeah, like it's like Backstreet blonde hair. Like,
speaking of Orm, I also thought his costume was pretty cool. This is all very, very comic book accurate costumes, which I appreciated.
Yeah, definitely the whoever did the costumes and like little details of that, they definitely need a raise, and they need to start doing more comic book movies. Maybe there's like a little committee of them that all do comic book movies. I don't know, but I liked the costumes; they looked cool. I really wanted. So obviously we're in spoilers, so I can just talk about this openly. When Arthur goes into the ocean that's in the middle of the earth. I wanted them to explore that world more. That was
holy crap when that was like middle of the earth.
I was like, what? That was so interesting to me. And one of my first thoughts after was one, could this be true? I was like, 2, I don't know if this could be true, and 3, I really want them to do just like more in this part of the ocean. Like it's so interesting to me. Because, I don't know, it's just, the ocean's always been interesting to me. But I was like, man, that's really cool. And then he fights this, like, Kraken thing.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Kraken mixed with, like, a big crab. And
yeah, that's just, that whole Atlantean or that whole ocean species that's just crabs.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up. If you're the ones who turn into crabs, you either grow gills or you can turn into a big crab monster.
Yeah, that would suck. Man, it was really cool to see Atlantis on top of the water. Like,
that was. I like that whole scene, that whole sequence.
It looked incredible. I was like, man, I know some people think that Atlantis wasn't a thing. Some people think Atlantis was a thing. I don't think
anybody actually thinks Atlantis was a thing at this point.
I mean, yeah, it's not like I was just about to say that I think it was a thing or anything. But,
were you about to say it was a thing? Huh?
No.
I think it's just a story that Plato or somebody told.
I think it could have been a thing. Or something similar to it could have been a thing. Like, people that had, like, I don't know, like a fire wheel. And there was an ocean. There was a city on the ocean.
It was probably based on, like, true events. Of like a city being like destroyed by a tidal wave or something.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't think some super advanced kingdom.
Oh no!
Like, somehow like it's more advanced than ours. Thousands of years ago, got like taken over by the sea, and the people adapted and somehow didn't drown and die.
So you think this is the second best DCEU film next to
Probably.
Wonder Woman? Okay.
Probably.
I will say that Justice League made me hate Aquaman like even more, just because he was like, "I'm a bro dude. I'm gonna punch stuff." Woo! And it's like, okay, whatever. He's an idiot. And this movie was like, okay, I respect you. So good job. So what do you want to see in Aquaman 2?
I don't know.
Okay. That's a good enough answer.
I'd like to. I guess it depends on what else happens in the DC universe.
That's a good point, and we're definitely not going to get into that now.
No, I am excited about Shazam though.
That does look good.
If that's
like
good, that would be like that means like 3 in a row or 3 of the last 4 would be good, which should obviously mean we're on track maybe.
I want them to abandon all ships and just do an Injustice movie.
That would be awesome, an Injustice movie.
Like, yes, I know we kind of get a movie with the cutscenes in the game, and the story mode's really good in the game, and the second one's phenomenal.
I mean, you could read the comics.
That's true. Yeah, I've read those, but it'd be really cool just to see it live action.
It would. I'd like to actually get a good Justice League movie first.
Yeah. Some people, would say that we've forgotten a good Justice League movie, but personally, I think
I would not say that. I would say we got a Justice League movie that had good moments. Maybe
there are much. No,
I don't think there were.
In my opinion, there wasn't. It was cool to see them all on the screen together. I will say that I hate the Flash actor so much.
Yeah, he's.
Like,
I didn't like the Flash is my favorite superhero, and I hate the weaselly little greasy nerd he is in that movie.
Oh my gosh,
he's like, I need friends.
He's like, oh, I fell. I'm like, you what? No, like, you were obviously. I really wish they would have went with Grant Gustin with this.
Yeah, I think Grant Gustin does a really good job. Although I'm like 3 seasons behind on the Flash, I think he does a really good job of portraying
he
Barry.
Does. He really, and I don't really care for the Flash, but Barry Allen, Grant Gustin is the reason I keep going back and watching CW Flash because it's pretty dang good.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what I want to see.
I'm kind of hopeful. I'm kind of hopeful now that we've seen 2 good ones. Batman v Superman had good moments. Superman and Man of Steel was okay. That's an okay movie. Suicide Squad was a train wreck.
Yeah, that could have been way better.
Oh, yeah, that could have been. I mean, that had
amazing.
Obviously potential to be great, but it was not. That movie was a train wreck.
Man. And, I walking in, I remember going in to Batman v Superman because it was one of those where I just watched, like, the one trailer where they're like, do you bleed? And he's like, no, but you do, kind of a thing. And I was like, oh, my gosh, this is going to be epic. Like, finally. I'm trying, like, to haul back a hiccup/burp thing. Okay, it's gone. But I was like, this movie is going to be sweet. It's going to be just slugging each other. It's just going to be like a grudge match. And I walked out of that movie and I was like, what the crap? Like, Martha! I was like, I don't care about your mother's name. Just hit each other. Like, I want to see the Man of Steel and the Dark Knight just punch each other.
Yeah, it's like I watched the Broly movie, the new one.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I don't know if it's my favorite Dragon Ball movie, but I liked it a lot. It could have been way worse. Very pretty, I'd say, and it fleshed out the characters more than they were before. But there was like a lot of the movie was just them beating the tar out of each other, and I kind of wish that was what BVS had been.
Oh yeah,
and there were good moments in BVS. I said, I was like. Justice League had good moments, and then I tried to think of some, and I couldn't. But like the warehouse scene is amazing. The fight scene between Batman and Superman is actually really good. Lex Luthor is a terribly portrayed character in that movie.
He could have been way better because I actually I'm not like I don't really pick villains I like and different stuff like that, but I do enjoy Lex Luthor. Like, he's like a force to be reckoned with. He does Bizarro. He does a lot of. He's got liquid kryptonite all the time. He's like a dude to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and in the movie he's just kind of like he's kind of like the guy. Yeah, exactly. He's like a Mark Zuckerberg if he was a little crazier.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is pretty crazy. I mean, he did forget how to drink water. So, yeah. But I think they're going in the right direction now. Some people would beg to differ, but, everybody has their own opinion. Good for them. But I know for me that it's good to see them do movies that I personally enjoy. Some people are like, well, it's not comic book not that it's, I was phrasing that wrong. Not that it's not comic book accurate. Some people are like, we'll do dark and gritty like Marvel. Well, it's different. Marvel said
Dark
10
and gritty
years.
like Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel's not really dark and gritty.
Exactly. And then some people are like, do funny ones like Marvel. And I'm like, Marvel's just its own thing. Like, Marvel and DC are completely different universes. Yes, they both have people that wear capes and have powers, but at the end of the day, they have different fans. Just make something that's kind of like the comic books, and I'm sure people would enjoy it. It's not that hard.
I think you should just make a movie, honestly. Like,
exactly.
The fact that it's a comic book movie should not affect, like, how you make it, really, if that makes any sense. Obviously, you need to take inspiration from the comic books, but otherwise, I don't see how it has to, be different than making any other movie.
Exactly, and I don't know where the formula went wrong for this either. It's just kind of for instance, in my opinion, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Kick-Ass are awesome superhero movies.
I liked Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I didn't like Kick-Ass, but I liked Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. That's a great movie. Edgar Wright is an amazing director.
Yeah, it is. So
and he could have been. He was the Ant-Man. Man, he was on Ant-Man, and oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah.
I would love to see an Edgar Wright superhero movie.
Yes, exactly. We could do an episode on that. He's a great writer. The other thing that I'd say they should do with these superhero movies is, they should at least get the creator, if they can, if they're still living, the creator of these superheroes or the characters that are in the movie, just to come in and be like, "What do you think of this?
The original creators."
Yeah.
Well, the vast majority of them are dead. I'm sure.
Or someone that's written a well-perceived comic book for them, like one of the Aquaman writers or something like that. Just to get what do you think about this? You wrote the story for a long time. You know what people like. What do you think about this? Should we take this out? Should we put this in? Kind of a thing. Not have them write the story per se. Just have them give some input on it.
I mean, that's definitely a good idea.
So, but like I said, this made me respect Aquaman. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I don't know what I'd like to see in the second one. I really don't. Obviously, a fight between him and Black Manta. That'd be cool. He has the Triton now, which is really great. Obviously, I think King Orm is going to weasel his way out of jail somehow, and there's going to be another fight with him. But I don't really know what I want to see in the second movie, honestly. It's one of those where it's it's Aquaman. Sure, do whatever story you want. Maybe there's a marriage. Maybe Mera gets pregnant and they have to get married. That'd be funny. Not really sure what I'd want to see in that.
That would be very weird if Mera got pregnant and they're like, "All right, you got to get married." This is
that'd be funny. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what I'd give this a rating wise. I'd guess
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 out of 5 Captain D's. So
4 out of 5 Captain D's. Okay, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 Captain D's.
Okay. So, I thought the humor was good. Action was, pretty spot on. There wasn't a lot of superhero speeches or villain speeches, which was great. Sometimes it's just I
definitely I thought the motivations were, they weren't super lame or anything.
Exactly.
It made sense. Orm wanted to protect the ocean and everything. He just kind of went crazy.
Yep. And there wasn't any you've been monologuing for 30 minutes. Just get to the point. So it was very, clear, concise. I enjoyed it. It was a good experience. So, anything else you want to talk about? Anything else you want to
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think what honestly put it over the top for me is the cool ocean creatures with all the weapons attached to them. That was pretty great.
I think this movie definitely looked better than most of the DC movies. Wonder Woman looked fine, looked good, but Justice League looked appalling. So
and it's good to see that they spent I'm glad they got their money back. Obviously, people are being rewarded. Hopefully, people are getting raises. Whoever did the CGI on this movie definitely needs to raise because they did a wonderful, amazing job. But that's all we got to say for Aquaman, Aqualad, Gilly Guts, whatever you want to call him. You can, our intro and outro song is 8-Bit Passion by the Healy Brothers. We also produce a news show called One Up My News that comes out on Monday. So when you're listening to this, you can go listen to One Up My News now because it's out. For all the latest podcast news, you can follow our podcast on Twitter at One Up Me Podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Asuelak. You can follow Ryan on Twitter at Ryan Divisions. Their social media will be in the description or show notes as always, but you can email the show. Questions, comments, concerns, anything you'd like about that. You can email the show, oneupmepodcast@gmail.com. We'd really appreciate it if you leave us a review on iTunes. Just bumped the mic. Sorry, listeners, for your delicate ears. We'd appreciate if you leave us a review on iTunes. That'd be phenomenal. Let us know what you like about the show, what you don't like about the show. 4 to 5 stars. Tell your friends. That's the best thing you can do about this. Just share it on social media. Let us know what you think of Aquaman, what your favorite experience of Aquaman was, and, what you think about what you'd like to see in the second movie. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/oneupme. We'd really love your support if you can, give us a little bit of money a month. But if you don't, that is okay as well. You get different rewards and stuff based on the tier you have for your support. You're supporting, and we do produce an exclusive podcast a month, which is only on Patreon, and you can check out more information on Patreon. Like I said, patreon.com/oneupme. We have an Amazon affiliate link. If you shop on Amazon, use that link. It'd be nice. For everything else, One Up Me, check it out on our website, oneupmegaming.com. And as always, play on.
Bye.